Oh my god, YouTube! I'm back, and this is the second battle of the second round of the tournament I'm in. You all know it already, you've seen my previous videos. If you didn't, check them out. You can see them all on my channel. I begin to like them very much, even though I'm still in the early phases of my narrating battles. But yeah. In this second match, I'm battling a trainer named Relapse, a good friend of mine. You see my team on the top again, Palito, Doctrio, Shaman, Hirachi, Skarmory, and Tentacruel, and you see his team on the bottom. At the moment I saw that team, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to get wrecked. I saw the T-Tar, so I knew it was going to be a Weather War, and I knew my Ductrio was going to be very important for that, but I had to watch out because he also has a Terrakion. Now, that Terrakion is going to be a problem because when my Ductrio is gone, a Choice Banded version KOs my 2-hit KOs my entire fucking team. My Tentacruel can take a hit with Stealth Rock, I guess, but then the Celebi is going to wreck me, because, yeah, Celebi takes on my Tentacruel one-on-one pretty easily. The Rotom W I see to be a choiced variant with Volt Switch, and with Scizor and Landorus, I can see U-turn and Volt Switch really a lot, so yeah, Volt switching shenanigans right there. I hope I can stop that. My Shaman isn't built to take on Scizor, but it can take 2 U-turns from a Landorus, and Volt Switch from Rotom W aren't going to be that threatening. Now, because I'm leading with my Politoed, I predict him to lead with the Celebi actually, so I go with my Shaman at first. Now, before the battle begins, I want to show you one thing. Look at that cute Tyranitar right here. Look at it. I tell you, look at it. Look how cute it is. Now, let the battle begin. So, as I said, I'm going to start with my Hirachi clearly because I predicted, I guessed Celebi, and my Hirachi is especially defensive. So yeah. Now, I get Will-O-Wisp while I U-turn, and now I go into Shaman, and I actually thought the Rotom W was going to switch out. He didn't. If I went for the Seed Flare right there, and right then, my life would have been so much easier. I wouldn't have had so much troubles with false turning shenanigans, and yeah, I predicted wrong second turn, and that's gonna cost me a lot. Now, I go for the Air Slash on the Celebi, but he switches out with U-turn to Landorus, and I don't want to take a U-turn when I don't have to, so I go into my Skarmory, knowing I can wall that U-turn for ages, and now I go. Now I see the Rotom W, so I'm like, ah, crap. So I go into my Hirachi, and he uses Hydro Pump. I should have gone into Shaman. It would have made my life again a lot easier, because now he goes for Volt Switch, and he just goes into his Celebi again. So this is actually getting a really dumb battle for me, and I'm not going to see a way out. Now, his Celebi uses Hidden Power. Since no weather is up right now, it actually does 34%, which is very good for him. Now, my Thunder misses, because, yeah, again, my Rain isn't up. Here, I think, yeah, I use U-turn to get a lot of damage on the Celebi, and it does 65%. Really good. Now I go for into Ductrio because I can trap the Celebi, and I know he isn't choiced Scarfed because I saw 2 moves in a row, and my Ductrio takes it out with an Earthquake. Now his Scissor comes in, and I predict a Bullet Punch just to do massive damage to my Ductrio, but he goes for the U-turn, and he goes straight into his Rotom W again, so we get that again. And now I go into my Shaman, and he just Volt Switches out straight away. This is turning into a gruesome battle for me, yeah. Now he goes into Landorus, and yeah, this is where I stay in, and I know that I can take a U-turn from that range, and I go for the rest. At this point his Scissor is there, so I don't want to stay in with my Shaman again, so I go into my Tentacruel to take the U-turn, and he gets a critical hit, which is actually very bad for me, because now his Landorus can really threaten me with the Earthquake, but that's not what worries me, because now my Tentacruel can be at a lot of health for his Scissor in the future, or for any other guys, because Tentacruel is kinda, yeah, defensive on both sides, at least mine is, because I'm playing physical defensive variant, and Tentacruel is especially defensive on its own. So yeah, my Tentacruel is weakened now at this point. Here I predict his Stealth Rocks, actually, so I go into my Ductrio, but he goes with the Stone Edge, which is really, really bad, because now my Ductrio can take another hit, and yeah, really bad for me. I go for the Earthquake, and he just kills me off with the Ice Beam, and there goes my Ductrio, and I just lost my main count for Terrakion, so I know my team is going to get wrecked, and I'm seeing it more dark and dark by the minute. I know it's just round 2, and I explained to you all that there are 6 players, and only the top 4 continues to the next round, to the semi-finals. So even though I'm worried for this battle, I'm not totally worried for the tournament yet, and I'm just going to give it my all. Now I see the Rotom W again. Shaymin, it just walls the heck out of the Rotom W, and yeah. But now, here is my Shaymin, there is a Terrakion. My Shaymin, I don't want to take that big hit, and I just go into Irachi. Now, I see the substitute, and I'm like, no way! That's just wrecking my shit up. Now, he has a Terrakion. Under a sub, so that's really bad. Here I'm going to my Skarmory, just to whirlwind him out. So he goes for close combat, and I see it does 35%. But now that I know he is a sub variant, I know my Skarmory can take some hits, but I whirled him out into Rotom W. If I would have whirled him out into his Scizor or his Landorus, my Skarmory would have been able to take quite a bit of attacks. So yeah, now I go for the Seed Flare. I miss. It didn't matter that much, but it mattered a bit for me, because now we can go for the U-turn. If I had hit the Seed Flare, I might have gotten a special defense drop, and then Air Slash could have taken the Scizor out. But now I just have to switch into my Tentacruel, Protect on the Volt Switch, but since he isn't a choice variant, I don't know what he's going to do, and I'm just going to put a Toxic on the Rotom W before I die, and yeah, dying is just what I do. So Tentacruel is gone, and I only have 3 pokes left while he still has 5. So he Volt Switches out into Landorus while I go into Skarmory. Since he can't do anything to me, he's going to U-turn out. I'm going to Roost up. And at this point, I don't see a way out for the Rotom W, because Shaymin is at too low of health, and I just go for the Roost because I'm at full health. Sturdy should kick in, and which it does, which it doesn't have to do actually, because yeah, Skarmory just took it. What a beast, Skarmory! Not even specially defensive, just physical defensive, and you could take it. Now he goes for the close combat. I didn't want him to set up, so. But yeah, I was on too low of health, so I go for the Roost. Now he sees it's a dead situation actually, so he goes into T-Tar. While I go for I believe the Brave Bird, so he only has 7% of his health right now, and that's really beneficial for me. But yeah, his own the Toxic I gave him is going to wreck him down, so that's all good. Now I don't want a T-Tar to come in again, so I go for the Stealth Rock, hoping he'd switch out, which he does, trying to save his T-Tar, and yeah, it's all good. Rotom W back in, and since I just saw that the Volt Switch didn't kill my Skarmory from that 100%, you all know that, I knew I would survive and go for the Roost, which is all good, all fine and dandy. Now here he goes for the U-turn. While I go for another Roost, I believe. No, I go for the Whirlwind, yeah, just to phase him out, because I knew that I thought I was going to switch again into Rotom W, and I didn't want to do that. Now, here the Landorus comes in, and I go for the Roost on the Stone Edge, just because I knew that it wouldn't do a lot. And actually, my Skarmory is doing a great job. It walls his Landorus, its Scizor. I can Roost on the Rotom W, which is also very beneficial for me, and the T-Tar can't come in anymore. So, and then there's a Terrakion, which Skarmory can take anything actually. So, really good for Skarmory. As long as I keep him around, it's all fine and dandy. Now, here I go for the Roost, and I'm back to full health. Sandstorm can't kill me, so it's also good. And this means that I have everything under control. But this I just didn't see coming. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp while I go for the Roost. Really good play on his part. Props for that. I should have seen it coming because yeah, the first Will-O-Wisp of the battle, the first turn he used Will-O-Wisp, and that kind of wrecked my shit up. So here I go into Shaman, and I believe I go for the Aromatherapy. No, that I'm going to do that later. Here I go for again into Skarmory and goes for the U-turn. That Volt Switch from that Rotom is actually the only thing that takes me from winning this battle. And if I just Seed Flared turn 2 with my Shaman, that Rotom W would have been dead, and I wouldn't have to worry about this. I'll certainly keep that for the future because I do know that Relapse is also going through probably. So I need to keep that in mind for the finals or the semifinals. I hope I can get to there, but we'll see. Now, here Shaman comes in. He uses Pain Split, which actually surprises me. But yeah, it's all good. I tried to Seed Flare the Rotom W because I thought it would just Volt Switch, predicting my Rest or my what's it called again? My Aromatherapy. Now, here the Terrakion is on the field, and I just don't want to set up a sub because that thing would wreck my shit. And yeah, I just let my Shaman die actually. So now it's 2 versus 6, and I believe I still have my Polito at full health. So yeah, cheers. Here he goes for the substitute. I don't want to set him to give him a sub, so I go for the Hydro Pump. He gets a special defense. He has a special defense drop from the close combat, and the rain is up. So even my Ice Beam can now break his sub, so that's really, really good. But I don't want him to close combat on my Ice Beam, so I just go for the Hydro Pump once again, and I miss this incoming Scissor. If I would have hit this Hydro Pump, the Scissor would be dead, and I would still have a chance. Now, the Scissor isn't dead, so I don't have a chance. He goes for the U-turn, while I go for the Hydro Pump again, but I miss once again. 2 Hydro Pump misses in a row. That Scissor still lives. I lost 62% of my health. I'm just screwed because of that. Now, here comes the Rotom W. I don't want to let my Polito take a hit from Volt Switch, so I'm just going to let my Skarmory die. It served its purpose, but I can't do really a lot to anything anymore. So yeah, I thought the battle would be over, but it clearly isn't, because, yeah, I go into my Polito, and I should have predicted the Bullet Punch right here and go for the rest, because I have Chesto Berry, but I didn't go for that, and yeah, Hydro Pump kinda wrecked the Scissor up, like I thought it would, but now I only have 12%, and I can't lift anything anymore. If I would have had a lot more, I could have killed the Rotom W, because I can survive an unboosted Volt Switch, and that could have been it for me then. Of course, he still had the Landorus, and I believe the Terrakion was also still alive, so I would have probably just lost the battle anyway, but I could have made it a lot more exciting for you guys to see. I lost the battle, no biggies, everybody loses now and then, but I'll certainly try to post more battles, and with great tactics and stuff. The next tournament battles are also going to come up, and yeah, comment below, hit that thumbs button because it helps the video to get noticed. You all know that already. Sub to me, it would make me really, 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 really happy. It also helps the videos to get noticed, of course, because yeah, they're all on. The good videos are all on the top, and I'll see you in the next battle. Cheers.